Now, the Muslim vote might be quite key in this. Muslims in the area are quite used to voting Labour, and old habits do die hard. What's your attack plan to pierce into that community?
So I think we've got a number of ways that we can show that we're really clear about how we support our Muslim neighbours and our Muslim communities. I really recognise the value that people bring from all different backgrounds, all religions. Like, that's what makes Greater Manchester brilliant and beautiful. And I'm really keen to show that we're not divided. And actually, as I've seen this week, I'm the only candidate that is challenging Reform UK. Like, I've sat at the hustings and challenged Matt Goodwin on things he said about our communities, and Labour haven't done that. And I think now, in the face of such hatred and division, we need somebody who's going to stand up to the bully.
So a lot of those signs are being put up by family members or members of the Labour Party. So yes, they have had a strong seating in predominantly Muslim areas, but they've left us behind. Do you know, Keir Starmer last year or the year before, he made a comment saying people from Bangladesh weren't being removed. You know, Shabana Mahmood saying she wants to restrict visas from Pakistan and restrict indefinite leave to remain. Things that will deeply, deeply impact Muslim communities. They'll deeply impact the way we live. Keir Starmer supported genocide. He said it's right to cut off food, water and electricity to a civilian population. Regardless of what traditionally Labour has been, how can you still stay with that party? How can you stay with the genocide party? I don't know what's wrong with you.
Reform UK is an extreme danger, and I don't mean that to scare people, but I would say I'm scared. I know that lots of communities are scared, and that's because what we're facing is a really extreme party. And that's not just about Reform also. Every time the Labour government moves to the right, so they try and copy what Reform doesn't stop being awful, they just get worse. So actually Keir Starmer has actively enabled Nigel Farage and this Reform Party to get even worse.
I think it's a chance really to say that we have a proud history of standing with Palestinians in Gaza, and a lot of us here, again, it comes back to just doing the right thing and sticking up for each other, and whether that's an issue on our doorsteps or on the other side of the world. It's human decency to stand up and say something when we think something is wrong. And again, we've seen Labour refuse to do that. The Labour candidate wouldn't even call it a genocide at hustings this week. And we were the first party, I think, to call it a genocide, because that's what it is. It's a genocide. We don't need to wait 10 years or however long for an international court to tell us what is right in front of us. And you know, that's the right thing to do. Like, I've stood up in council and had motions about Palestinians and Gazans, and it's, as much as it is on the other side of the world, it also affects our communities here. There's a lot of people who have people that they know and love in Palestine, and it's that shared connection of doing the right thing, and Labour have continuously failed to do that, whether that is still refusing to call it a genocide or whether that's Keir Starmer saying that it was okay for the Israeli government to cut off water to an entire group of people. Labour have shown their true colours, and it's time to vote for something different, and a Green MP like me will work hard and always try and do the right thing.
I think during Ramadan it's always going to be difficult, and no one likes talking politics in Ramadan. People like to focus on their spirituality. But right now we're in the middle of a fight between the hate of Reform and the hope of the Greens. We've got an option of transforming this country. You know, this is such a pivotal election. If we win here, the dialogue in this country just changes. It changes from Reform being able to freely spread their hate and their Islamophobia to one where they're challenged, and they're challenged by a serious political party who's ready to hold their feet to the fire and say, no, we're going to be the shield, and we're going to stand up, and we're going to protect our communities. And that's exactly what we've got to do. So even though people will be fasting and they will be wanting to focus on their worship, it's now time to make sure that we also take a physical stance and we vote for Green.